Happy Friday. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. You are watching the 9 at Night. I'm Stephania Jimenez. Tonight, we start with an unexpected discovery in southwest Bexar County. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says that someone found a human skull in a wooded area on a property off of Loop 1604 near Pugh Road. Our Camelia Juarez was at that property, and she tells us what the Sheriff's Office is doing to identify those remains.
A human skull, but no other clues. It's what turned up in southwest Bexar County when Thursday night, someone driving down 1604 lost some cargo on Cerro Medina.
If you walk straight into the woods from there, that's where it is, probably about, I'd say 100 yards in.
The person who found the skull called law enforcement. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office has been searching, but so far, no other human remains have been found in the area.
There was really nothing else of evidentiary value that was found last night.
Today, search crews are using cadaver dogs and dozens of trained volunteers to find more clues.
We're telling our folks to look out for, other bones, anything that looks like a shallow grave, any jewelry, any clothing. Anything that looks like it might be of evidentiary value to let us know and we can collect it.
Homicide detectives told Salazar the skull looks like it has been exposed for a long time, even a couple years. The area was recently developed into a subdivision.
It looks like the skull's been sitting out here for a while. It is possible that the person died right there and the bones were scattered elsewhere by animals, or heavy rains, maybe they kind of sunk into the ground. That's one of the things that we're looking for. Or it's possible that they died elsewhere and that skull may have been carried here by something like a coyote or a dog.
For now, the skull is with the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office, which says it could take some time to identify it. Sheriff Javier Salazar says they do have some clues. The teeth in the skull, they'll compare those teeth to dental records of missing people. Reporting in southwest Bexar County, Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
So now we're going to go to our other top story, and that is the weather. Consider yourself lucky if you haven't had to go outside today. Meteorologist Mia Montgomery has your Christmas Eve forecast.
Another hard freeze expected as we head into the overnight hours tonight, waking up to the upper teens and low 20s in and around the San Antonio area. So definitely need to protect the 4 Ps yet again through the overnight hours. The good news is heading into our Christmas Eve, we're still going to find plenty of sunshine out there. So that's going to help those temperatures warm throughout the day. Afternoon highs tomorrow afternoon warmer than what we saw out there earlier this Friday, topping off in the upper 30s and low 40s across South Central Texas for the most part, which is good, seeing those temperatures climb above that freezing threshold. But we can't let our guard down just yet when it comes to those freezes, because yet another hard freeze is expected as we head into the overnight hours Saturday and into Christmas morning. Other than the colds, though, Santa shouldn't have any issues making his way down to our area in his sleigh. You will want to bundle up, though, if you are stepping out for any of those Christmas activities over the next 48 hours. We'll still find more sunshine into the back half of the holiday weekend, and that will help those temperatures continue to warm into the afternoon. Daytime highs closer to that 50-degree mark, and that warming trend will continue into next week, near about 60 Monday and into Tuesday. And then check out the second half of the week. Mornings in the 40s and 50s, and daytime highs closer to that 70-degree mark.
You just heard Mia say that freezing temperatures are sticking around tonight, and that's going to make the pipe situation worse around town. San Antonio Water System says it's received more than 1,000 calls about frozen pipes today, so it has some advice for customers. It recommends that you keep one faucet running with a slow drip to keep water moving through those pipes. Also, if your home has plumbing in cabinets on the outside walls that don't have insulation, you should keep those cabinet doors open. Also, cover and insulate outdoor pipes and turn off your irrigation system. Just a reminder for people who need a warm place to go during this cold weather, there are 7 warming centers across the city and county. VIA is also offering free rides to anybody who needs help getting to one. Just remember to bring your own medications, clothes, and supplies. By the way, Bernie also has a warming center open until Monday. It's at the Patrick Health Public Library. The address is on your screen. It's 451 North Main Street. Okay, so we're another day closer to Christmas, and yeah, another day of flight issues at airports across the country. San Antonio, no exception. More than 4,000 flights have been canceled today alone. And for many people traveling through San Antonio International, it means buckling down, sitting tight, and being patient. It's a lesson the Funk family learned early this morning while trying to ditch the cold weather for Hawaii.
We're going from here to Denver, and Denver's our problem area.
I'm just going with the flow right now, kind of being like, it will happen when it happens.
This winter blast has just thrown everything out.
And it's not just flights being impacted. If you're waiting on any holiday packages to arrive, you might also want to sit tight because both FedEx and UPS are having issues getting packages to their destinations on time. So that brings us to the roads now. No, you're not going to need an ice scraper for this round of freezing temperatures, but there are things that you should and shouldn't do to make sure that your car is prepared for this weather. Our Erika Hernandez shares how to make sure that your vehicle is winter safe.
Battery, antifreeze, washer fluid, tire pressure, all things to check during freezing temps. All equally important in different ways. First, you'll want to make sure your battery is good to go.
Make sure the battery's a healthy battery. If the battery's already weak in the cold weather, it's going to go out pretty quick.
Nanette Newgart from O'Brien's Automotive says to make sure you have a good antifreeze and never put water in the system. Same goes for your wiper fluid.
There's special washer fluid you can put in there that does not freeze as well.
Now, if you notice the last few days your tire pressure light may have gone on, it's important that you don't ignore that.
They can drop up to 20% of air. So that little light's going to go on inside, and you're going to get alerted, but you need to go get the tires checked.
And finally, make sure you give your vehicle time to warm up before hitting the road.
It is important to let your vehicle run about 1.5 minutes in the very cold weather because you do need everything to warm up and you need all those fluids to start running properly in the vehicle.
Erika Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Switching gears now, we're learning more about a deadly crash on the west side that happened last night. The person who died is an 8-year-old girl. According to San Antonio police, the girl was a passenger in the back seat of a Dodge Journey that lost control and took out a fire hydrant before hitting another driver and crashing into a telephone pole. That 8-year-old just died at the scene. The driver was taken to the hospital. Officers believe that she may have been driving drunk. She faces a charge of intoxication manslaughter. We've also learned more about a shooting on the east side from earlier this month. The victim in this case is 24-year-old Nicholas Reyes Garza. He died December 9th after someone shot him in the 3300 block of Roland Avenue. San Antonio police officers tell us that someone was chasing Garza through an apartment complex. Investigators say the alleged shooter jumped a fence and shot Garza before taking off with a woman. Now, police detained the two, but investigators still don't have a motive. A family's okay after they escaped a house fire early this morning. This happened in Leon Valley off Settlers Ridge near Huebner and Bandera roads. It's unclear what caused the fire, but we do know that multiple departments responded to help get everyone out safely and put those flames out. Now, before we go, we have to tell you about a recall report. Do you or anyone you know own a Samsung washing machine? Because the company is recalling hundreds of thousands of top-load machines because of a fire hazard. Samsung says that the washers can short circuit and overheat, and people reported more than 50 instances where the machines melted, overheated, smoked, or even sparked fires. The good news here is that there is a repair that's available. You can go to Samsung.com to find out more. But until then, if you have one of these top loaders, don't use them. We're out of time. And we just want to take a moment to thank all of you who've joined us to watch the 9 at Night. You know, we started this digital newscast 5 months ago, and it's going pretty strong because of you. So thank you, and have a Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, we hope that you're able to enjoy the holidays, maybe some time off, and you stay warm. Good night.